Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Bridge. To get started, you'll head to thebridge.nottoday.org to create your account. Since this is your first time on the platform, you'll want to select Sign Up, enter in an email address, and create a strong password. Confirm that password, and then select Create Account. Now it's going to ask you to verify your email. The email will come from Mailgun Sandbox, and it may land in your spam folder. We recommend adding this address to your contacts so you don't miss any future notifications. Once you click the confirmation link, you will be redirected on the bridge and asked to confirm your address. Just a quick note about users and their profiles. Each organization can have unlimited users on the bridge. However, only one person can add and claim the organization. So before anyone signs up, your team should decide who will serve as your organization's admin. This person should create their account first, add their organization, and then invite others to join. This keeps everything clean from the start. Once the admin has claimed their organization, they can now invite team members to join the platform. To do this, you'll click on your organization, scroll down, and you'll see an area that says Members. You'll want to click Manage. From here, you'll be able to see all the active members associated with your account, and you'll have the opportunity to invite members. Here, you'll enter the email, first and last name of the person that you want to invite to your team. And for now, I would recommend leaving the role as submitter. Once you have filled out this information, you can click Send Invitation, and your team members can begin setting up their user profiles and entering the platform. Once you're logged in, you'll see a red notification banner prompting you to add your organization. This step should only be completed by your designated admin. Your admin does not need to be an executive director or part of the senior leadership team. They should be the person most familiar with your prevention programming, since this information powers the data insights across the platform. You'll be welcome to the bridge. This is all very much under construction in terms of the copy. So if you think of any ideas that would be fun to welcome people to the platform, we are certainly all ears. Next, you'll click Get Started. You can now search a database of over 26,000 organizations thanks to partnerships with R-Wave and the Phillips Foundation. We've been able to preload publicly available data from across the country. Search by organization name or EIN, and if your organization appears, select it. And if not, you can always add another organization. Once you find the organization, claim it, and then you'll be prompted to add in the basic information. Much of this will be pre-populated, given the fact that we have done an extensive data scrape from publicly available files. The organizational logo will be extremely helpful later when exporting custom reports and resources branded with your organization's information. Once you fill out all of the information associated with your organization, you're going to select coverage area. If you select multi-county, you'll see that you can search multiple counties at a time. Please add all of the counties that your organization serves. You can also select multi-state if you serve multiple states. So we'll select for now Indiana and North Carolina. Now you're going to select organization type. There are 7 different categories, plus one other category if none of these fit your type of organization. When you click on specific ones, let's say youth serving organization, you'll see a lot of different subcategories within that main category. So be sure to explore and make sure that you select the appropriate type of organization. For Not Today, we'll select philanthropic organization and click Save and Continue. Now this is the heart of the bridge. Here, you'll select the child sexual abuse and exploitation prevention services that your organization provides. If you're unsure where a service fits, click the question mark icon to see examples of what we mean. For child and youth education as well as adult education, you'll list the specific trainings that you offer. Let's look at child and youth education. If your organization provides both Play It Safe and child safety matters, begin typing the name of the training and select from the list. We've preloaded training names based on IPEC data, so your training is likely already there. If it isn't, try a few different variations before creating a new one. Next, you'll just select all of the grade levels that you serve as an organization with this particular service. Next, you'll click Save and add more services. If you've added a service by mistake, you can click the red X, confirm removal, and continue. Once your services are complete, you'll move on to the collaborations page. And on this screen, you'll be asked about your organization's collaborations. So this will ask you to check a box if you're part of a statewide child sexual abuse and exploitation coalition, initiative, or task force. And for hopefully all of you on this call, you will select Indiana Prevention Education Coalition. This is the last step in the process, so you'll click Save and Continue. Enjoy the confetti, and now you can head to your dashboard. Welcome to the data dashboard. You'll see an overview tab, a tab associated with the statewide coalition, and a tab for your specific organization's data. The overview tab is dedicated to all user data from across the country. As a pilot state, the national overview will grow over time as more users add data. You can filter dashboards by service type, state, county, and months and years. The Coalition tab will be a space where you can drill down further into which organization is submitting which data. This functionality will not be accessible on the national dashboard. Your Organizations tab will be data submitted by your organization only. This way, you can easily generate reports on all or any of the services you provide within a specific period of time. The goal here is to have a one-stop shop for all your prevention service data, easing grant reporting, enticing funders, and ultimately making your lives easier. You can also create custom dashboards. For example, if you want to track child and youth education within one specific county in Indiana, you can then click Save Dashboard. Just add a name and click Save. These dashboards are highly customizable, and if you no longer need a dashboard, just delete it. If there are specific items that you would like to see within these dashboards, please let us know so that we can ensure that this works for you. Now it's time to submit data. The goal of data submission is to make tracking services simple and timely. When data is entered in real time rather than once a year, it becomes far more powerful and usable. Ideally, you'll log data into the bridge as soon as you complete a service. Now, from the dashboard page, click Add Data in the top right corner. Services already connected to your organization will appear at the top. If you need to submit data for a service that you haven't added yet, scroll down to Other Available Services and select the service that you would like to submit data for. Let's do child and youth education first. Before you submit data on this service, you'll want to consider if you've completed all of the lessons associated with this training. You should only be uploading data once you've completed the entire curriculum. If you've only implemented one of two lessons, wait until the second lesson to report. First, you'll input the date of service. From there, you'll select the county in which the service took place. Next, you'll select the name of the training. If the person who facilitated the program is different than the person who is submitting the data, you may want to add their name here. Next, you'll add the setting type. For the majority of IPEC members, this will be school during class time, although you can see that we've added other optional settings because we know that youth education happens in other settings as well. When you select school during class time, you'll then be prompted with a new box titled School. Here you'll type in the name of the school served. This will retrieve a school from a national database where we have information on enrollment and demographics. We are still working on incorporating this information into the dashboard, but for now, if you associate the school with the service, we can populate more data later. Once you've selected the school you served, you'll then enter the grade levels you reached along with the number of students per grade level. If you selected more than one grade level at that school, simply select Add Grade Row. Finally, you'll add the evaluation method. The options that you're seeing here will change when you are actually adding data, so we'll keep you posted on when that is updated. Add any other additional notes that you feel are important. For example, you might want to add that you had 4 disclosures and 3 hotline reports associated with this school on that day. Once you've finished, you'll either save as a draft or submit for review.